Today we want to tell you about the excursion we took from Slima. Malta is made up of 3 islands. Malta, which is where the majority of people live.
So many people.
I would say it's about the size of Staten Island.
I agree. And I think I read today, in fact, that in terms of population density, it's the second most densely populated area in all of Europe.
There are 400,000 people living on Malta and 700,000 cars. Almost 2 cars per person. Not per household, per person. The second island is Gozo, and it's primarily farm and churches. It's smaller. It's a fraction of the size of Malta, but it is and less people because it's a lot of farmland. And then the third island is Comino, and only 4 people live on Comino.
There's a farmer, a policeman, and then 2 people that their job is to clean the beach.
We took an excursion, a day excursion, to see Gozo and Comino. Of our 4 weeks having left New York, it was the best day so far.
A single day.
Single day. Yeah, we've had a lot of good experiences, but the whole day was exactly what we pictured Malta to be.
Yeah.
We left at 10 a.m. and got on a 90-minute ferry ride to Gozo.
Right. So we went on the outskirts of Malta and Valletta, which is the fortified city, and then out to open sea, where we then went right into, did we go right to?
We went right to Gozo. We got to Gozo and they put us right on
like a 10-passenger minibus kind of thing.
Yeah, and our guide's name was Elvis, and he was awesome. I wish we had a picture of him.
Oh man.
I know. He took us around. He stopped us at 4 places. The first stop was the Blue Grotto and the Azure Window. In the Blue Grotto.
The water is getting on the right side.
I know.
The water is over here.
Oh wow.
You had the opportunity to not take the boat ride, because it was a little 6-passenger boat ride with the boatman.
It was a motor,
but it felt like he was rowing it. It felt like a gondola ride. It was that amazing. And you had the option to say no and not pay the €4 or whatever it costs. And I feel like the people that opted not to do it are regretting the rest of their choices.
I get really motion sick, and I had my trusty C-bands on, which I tend to take everywhere with me anytime I'm in a moving vehicle. I'm really glad I had them on because we were going through little crevices and it was worth it, totally worth it, but I didn't get sick, thank God. And we went through a cave.
Within seconds, he would say, okay, look at to the right of the boat, look at the water, and you're looking at this deep, rich, navy blue water. And then if you look to the left of the boat, a couple of feet away, it was like the turquoise, there's not even a word for it, just blue.
Yeah.
Just a wonderful aqua color that you would not see anywhere. I mean, it was the whole reason we came, just the idea of that.
Yeah. Then the boat let us off back where we started, and we sort of walked around for a few minutes, got some pictures of the Azure Window on the other side. We got back on our minibus with Elvis. We in Gozo, and we just saw the Azure Window, which was ridiculous.
So we're at the church.
Yeah, the grotto, crazy, caves, and totally unexpected, and it's gorgeous. And he stopped us at a lookout point for a photo op of the miraculous church.
Pinu.
Pinu. It doesn't rain a whole lot on Gozo, and since there's so much agriculture, they need the rain, and the Pope has come a couple of times.
John Paul II?
Who they're obsessed with. Then our third stop was the capital of Gozo called Victoria.
Yes.
And at Victoria, there's something called the Citadel. You could climb all the way to the top. It was quite a healthy climb on uneven steps that were probably carved out in the 16th century, maybe before, but so many steps. Once we got to the top, you had 360-degree views of Gozo, and it's gorgeous.
It's really, a trip back in time.
Yeah, but surrounded by the Mediterranean Sea. Then we got back on the bus about an hour later, and he stopped us at one more photo op where you can see the three islands, Gozo, Comino, and Malta. It sort of overlooks the harbor. From there, we got on the ferry, and the ferry took us to Comino. Like we said before, Comino only has 4 people that live there, but it's lots of beaches. And that's why half of the people who live there are the beachcomber. So we basically the ferry pulled up to the side of a rocky dock.
Yeah.
And they anchored.
Yeah.
You could walk off and walk to the sand beach on the other side of the island, or you could stay and jump in right where we were. They really kind of let you do your own thing. They were like, meet us back here in an hour and 40 minutes.
There's a ladder into the sea.
Yeah.
Do with it what you will.
And they left the bar open so you could stay. A couple of people didn't bring their swimsuits and just kind of stayed. And
Fools.
Other people were swimsuit ready and went straight to the beach like they've done this before. They knew exactly what they wanted. We walked around for a little bit and then decided not to go to the sand beach. So we're at our second Blue Lagoon adventure.
Hi.
And basically, we got off this boat and it's docked here for like an hour and a half, maybe?
Yeah.
We're definitely gonna get in the water. They don't offer towels, so I brought one, but it's kind of small enough to fit in our day pack. This water it's called the Blue Lagoon for a reason. It is crazy blue. It's just incredible. Look at that. I can swim, but I have not had much experience in the ocean, and it's a little intimidating to me. We go ahead and get in right by the boat. I went in first. It was chilly, but it actually felt incredible. And then the waves were getting a little much, and I was like, oh, I can't touch. We found an area that Andrew could swim, and I could sort of sit on a rock, still in the water.
Like sirens that they sit on the rock and they cause Greek sailors to crash.
That's it. That's exactly what it was. It's exactly what I looked like. Sitting there like this. And we were having a wonderful time, and all of a sudden, I went, ah! I said, a fish just bit me. I'm going in. Now, this has been fun. This has been gorgeous.
This is what, there were people fishing around us, but they were fishing for bait to catch larger fish. The fish were this big.
With teeth. Teeth. Well, when we got out...
Screamed bloody murder.
I did. When we got out, there was a little mark on my knee from teeth from a fish.
She probably brushed it up against some coral. Screams. You would think that she was going to withdraw a stump as she climbed up that ladder, and swimming time was over.
After a little bit, it was time to leave. Everyone came back from wherever they had been, and we had a 90-minute boat ride back.
The good thing about this particular cruise company was it was a smaller size boat, because you can get on a giant floating New Jersey party boat, and you don't want to do that. The small boat, unlike the giant boat, could get into places that the giant boat could not. So if the caves were available, there were many caves around the island of Comino. This this boat could actually pilot itself into the caves, and we could have some pictures, and all the people on the party boat had no clue that this was even
No
a
idea what
thing.
you're missing.
Hi. How are you?
Okay.
Hi guys. It's us. Joey and Andrew. And
Did you want me to? You want me to start?
no, hello. It's awkward. Hi. We're at the Maltese apartment, the second one, and just some thoughts on Malta, I guess. Is that the
Well,
plan?
I think we were going to tell you what we talked about talking about is. I'll just start. Cut all of this out. Alright. Today we're going to tell you about the excursion that we took
Yes,
to.
that's what it was.